was a thorough beating, and they really guarded us, and I think flustered us with their defense. Anytime we tried to make a little run, they made a big shot, and we go 11 for 18 from the free. You got to make some free throws. We got to the bonus, couldn't score from there. Thought we got some pretty good looks from the three-point line, and you're going to have to make a few of those. But I give them all the credit because I thought they really physically outmanned us most of the night. That's what's kind of disappointing.
You said on radio, men against boys. Shouldn't your men be or why haven't they been men since we were in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, Tom. I don't know. I'm disappointed in that. It's something we're going to have to address here over the next couple of days. I don't really have the answer to that. It's a hard league. We're fortunate that I only counted one loss. The way that thing went, but all we know is to come back. We'll come back in tomorrow morning and work, and we'll probably come back in the afternoon and work and figure out, do we have to make some changes in our lineup, and all of those things I think are open for when you're 3-3, and we've been here before trying to search in a little bit.
Like they held you to 41 last year. What did you try to do to attack it differently this year?
Yeah, I thought we tried to get Jack started inside. We were getting post feeds. He's not finishing some plays because some length now is bothering him, but we got to keep going in there and hoping he gets fouled. It's a fine line if we're not getting him going inside early. Do we come out and ball screen? And we really were in that. We've been in that before where, okay, Jack's not scoring inside, so do we come out and start ball screening right away? And we kind of went to that, and then they really defended our ball screen stuff. They switched everything. And then you get anxious when you don't score for a while, and you take a runner. I thought our offensive rhythm in the second half, I felt good once we got into that rhythm. I'm thinking, we're going to make this interesting. But we couldn't do it consistently, and you got to hit a couple. You got to bang down a couple of those things, man. The ones Cam in and transition in the first half, those were ones that kind of changed the climate of the game, and we didn't get any of them. And you got to hit, and they banged down every one of them. They made every big one, and give them a lot of credit. They came in here on their heels after a tough loss Saturday and fought off. But you look at the scores in this league, other than Syracuse and Louisville, the rest of us, you look at the scores and you look at how road teams have been winning, and I've never really seen the league like this. Where it's hard to figure, and the way we've looked lately, I'm glad we're 3-3. I look down and say, we better just take 3-3 right now, and try and figure out how to get a fourth league win.
Scott Martin struggled a little bit offensively.
Across the board, the knee's bothering him, and that's something we're going to have to address. I feel for him. He's trying to give us stuff, but the knee has been an issue, and I think it's affecting all his phases, and we're going to have to address that over the next couple days and see where he's at, and see if he can really give us what we need him to give us. The nice thing is, a couple days off. We're in a weird situation with him. I don't know how much he's going to be able to practice the rest of the year. So, when you're not practicing and then you're playing games, that gets interesting. But our doctors and trainers, we're trying a lot of different things. It's nothing major. It's just a lot of wear and tear on a knee that's had 2 surgeries.
How tough is it to be in this situation where you're grasping, you don't
Yeah.
know the lineup change, you don't know this?
Yeah, no, Alan, I guess because I'm an older guy in this, you step back from the fire, and I just told him, I said, I don't really have much to say after the game because I don't know where to start. So let's get together at 8 a.m. and figure it out. And I don't even know what we're going to do at 8 a.m. We may watch film. We may practice real hard. I think we need to go back and digest that. But, again, I don't want to lose sight of the big picture. We're 3-3 in the league. We lost badly, but it's not a bad loss as far as RPI and numbers like that, and so, you know, when you look at the number of bids our league's going to get, I've been here before. Let's kind of figure out how we can snatch one of those. But we're going to need some new juice, and maybe getting away from here and going on the road will help us. I'm sure as hell going to sell that because I'm looking for anything.
What's kind of your message to Cam right now?
Keep shooting.
Aside from the first one.
Yeah, keep shooting. The first one was tough. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have yelled at him that much. It just was such a key part in the game. And we kind of talked about that the last 2 days when his wind-up dribble is just not a good one. But you know what? He's got to be a catch-and-shoot guy for us. We need him to make shots because we haven't got that consistently from really anybody else. And I think he's our best pure shooter. So I don't want him looking over his shoulder. He needs to keep taking shots. And I think for us, you know, to get where we want to get and get a bid, he's going to have to be a shooter for us. So I don't want to overreact on that. No, yeah, go ahead. I'm not trying to get away.
Can you remember?
Because there's nothing in that room that's going to give me answers. You may give me better answers than I have. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can you remember a time where you've been down 13 in your own building in the first half in a league game?
No.
Has it ever happened?
It was an eerie feeling to kind of be out of it the last 10 minutes of the game in our building. It was creepy. It was eerie. You know, it wasn't pleasant. It was very foreign territory for all of us, fans, everybody included. And but, you know, unless we can get our gears going, it could happen again in this league because last time I checked, you know, we've got a pretty meaty schedule in February, you know, with who will still come through here.
You mentioned getting away might be good, but when you coming back, it seems that you have to be able to regain home court because you're not going to win 7 road games.
Yeah, no question. And I think for that, I mean, I got time to think about that because there's some space between these next 2 games. It has to be a little bit of we've got nothing to lose with this team now and loose. I thought we played tight and we played with the weight of the world. And sometimes we have here because we've been so good and we've been expected to win all the time. You know, we need to be really loose with nothing to lose and definitely in Tampa and definitely when we come back because we're really going to be off the radar now and see if we can just kind of go for it with no pressure.
You mentioned the weight of the world tonight and also against Connecticut. At what point maybe does it start weighing on them? We want to win a league championship.
Yeah.
We want to win a league championship. We have to win a league championship.
Yeah.
I mean, has that entered the equation?
You know, it's entered the equation in my mind lately. You know, I threw that out there and put that on us and was very public about it. You know, when you're looking at 3-3 and the way we're playing, we're a long way from thinking about that, you know. And I wonder if we need to start thinking about, you know, that may not be realistic, fellas. We may not be able to get that. I don't want to say that now because, you know, mathematically there's still a lot of games left. But I think for my frame of mind, teaching and coaching this week, we got to get back to, you know, simple stuff, what we're going to do here, and can we scratch out getting a bid? You know, again, our you know, even though tonight it's hard, our numbers overall, we're in a position to get a bid with doing solid work down the stretch. So, you know, that's not lost. But, yeah, I've thought about that really lately. I don't. And I think we got to talk about that as a staff and how we talk about that. I mean, I don't even think that can come up. You know, can we get in a flow in Tampa and need to play with a little more juice? We're kind of a quiet team. We don't talk. We don't communicate a whole lot, and we could use a little more juice and a little more communication. That's one of the things I want to talk about tomorrow morning. Now you let me go, huh?